Hi everyone, this is Pierrick from P2design. In this video I will show you how you can create animation layers in Blender using the NLA editor. As an example, we will use a simple walk cycle. We will add the move forward along with a head turn, all of this in a non-destructive way. This tutorial is a little sample taken from the major update I just released for my animation course in Blender Alive. And you can have it, along with all my other courses, with a 25% discount until this Sunday using the code BF2024. This happens only once a year, so don't miss it. Let's blend. So let's now talk about the blending modes and how they behave. First blending mode will work with a simple cube. I have an action that moves the cube from 0 to 1 on its Z location. The second track from the bottom does exactly the same. It's a copy of the same action. The next action scales up the cube to 2, and the last one scales up the cube to 3. For the time being, I'm using the blending mode replace, the one we've used so far. So I believe that whenever I'm enabling multiple tracks, the one above the others will override them. I enabled the location action and the scale up action. I'm expecting to see only the scale up action since it's above the other. But when I scrub, we can see that our cube is both going up and down and scaling up. And the reason is pretty simple once you know it. In the location action, only the Z location of the cube is animated. It's the only property available in that action. On the scale action, only the scale channels are animated. No location channel is keyed or animated. So there's nothing to replace the Z location animation in that action or that strip. A strip set to replace will only replace the properties of the strips below if that strip also has those properties keyed. So if I edit the scale action and I add a keyframe on its location, if I now play the animation, the cube no longer moves up and down because in the scale action, it also has a location keyed that doesn't move. So let me remove those location keys so that we get back to our previous result. Let's work with both location tracks. Remember, they make the cube move by one Blender unit on frame 10. If I set the track above to add, all its keyed properties will be added on the existing properties of the strip below. And now the cube is moving by 2 Blender units along its Z-axis. If I offset one of those 2 strips by 10 Blender units, then the cube will hold in the air for 10 frames. Because as the Z location property value is going down from frame 10 to 20 on the first strip, but it's raising at the same time on the second, the 2 strips are compensating each other. If I now set the blending to subtract, the cube will no longer move, because one track moves it up to 1 and the other move it down to 1. So basically those 3 blending modes, add, subtract and multiply, are pretty straightforward. They just do what they are called. When blending using them, we're just simply applying the math. If I use multiply, nothing changes because 1 multiplied by 1 is equal to 1. But if I now use the scaling actions, one scales up the cube by 2, the other by 3. If I set one of those to multiply, then the result will be 6 and the cube will be scaled up 6 times. So again, those blending modes are pretty simple to understand. But I don't use them that often. I think they can be very useful for motion graphics, for example. But for characters, we generally use replace or combine. So let's apply the replace method with a concrete example. If you want to follow along, you can download the Trident character rig for free on P2designacademy.com along with my other characters. The Trident rig now features some animations, a walk cycle, a jog and a run cycle. To get started and follow along, simply open the NLA editor, open the walk cycle animation and click the push down button. it will automatically create a new track with a new strip, instancing the walk cycle animation. Here I have my character performing a walk cycle. In series and movie production, it's pretty common to have cycles like that, and then we just animate the position of the character in space. To do so, I will just create a new action and call it forward. And to keep it simple, for this action, I will simply key the root bone. I will go to frame 0, select the root bone, press the K key and choose location. I will then duplicate those keys on frame 31. So basically, I have one key for the beginning, one key for the end. For this example, I just want my character to move forward so I can get rid of the X and Z location axis. From there, I can push down the action in the NLA editor. The blending mode is set to replace, but since I only animated the root bone, the other controllers of my character are still moving. I will repeat the walk cycle several times, let's say 10 times, and I will set the end frame a little further. I can now edit the forward action. I will select the forward strip, press Tab to enter tweak mode, and I position the 3D cursor next to the heel of my character. This will serve as a reference point. Now, when working with a walk cycle, we generally consider that the speed is linear. We're working at the same speed all the time. So I will switch both my handles to vector. I will spot the time where the left foot, my reference foot, is leaving the ground, and I will move my last key of the root bone on that frame 11. Now, by tweaking the key value, I just need to make sure that on frame 0 and frame 11, the foot position matches. There are more clever ways to figure out the slope of the curve, but it's gonna be fine for this example. With Shift E, I gave the curve a linear extrapolation. I can now press Tab to exit tweak mode. I can extend the strip since the curve has an extrapolation. It won't change the playback scaling and my character will be moving forward. And this is a very common way to use the replace blending mode. We will use it in chapter 4 when working on the squirrel. Now here is what I believe is the best method to use the combine mode. First, create a new action. An active action track is automatically generated. This is not a pushed down track, but still we can change its blending mode. I can now switch its blending mode from replace to combine. This blending mode will allow you to combine, obviously, existing animation with new animation. And the thing is, what you see on screen might not be what you have in your graph editor. This is why I advise you to first create the action and then set it to combine. And then you can pose your character. We don't care about what gets keyed. What matters is the visual result. I just want to perform a simple head turn. So I selected the head, the neck, the chest and the torso controller. I will press K and choose whole character, selected bones only. Now I will hold the first pose by duplicating the keys, and then a little further I will just create that pose where I slightly rotate the chest, neck, and I rotate the head more. It will feel more natural as everything is connected. If I now play the animation, we can see the character turning his head while performing the walk cycle. But we still have all the little subtleties of the walk cycle. Just for the sake of presentation, I will also reset the pose of the character during the walk. And now you can see with all the ups and downs of the walk cycle, all the little details that are in the walk cycle, that head turn just feels like supernatural. So there are specific math beyond each type of property that is being combined, but most of the time it does a really great job. If I isolate the action, you can see what's happening. So it's pretty predictable, but sometimes using the combine method, the generated action looks very weird. That's why I advise you to first create the action, change its blending mode and just focus on what you see. And this is a very powerful tool. The NLA editor has been greatly improved on Blender 4.2, so if you want to learn more about it and more about animation in Blender, check out my animation course Alive. I wish you a great day and a great end of the year, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.